Hi friends, it's Nancy. It's, what is it, Thursday. Woo! Another busy week. So tonight I'm coming back to do my next video of the 3 in 30-minute alphabet challenge, but I'll show you how I finished these projects. So this was from the L, Lovely Layers of Lace. So I just backed this onto some paper that looks like it has like petals and doodads in it, but it's not. It's just printed paper, just to kind of stiffen it up a bit. And yeah, so I'm happy with how that turned out. And here's my itty bitty little teensy journal that I've put together. And it has, I want to say about 84 pages, I think. And it's got two little lace pockets on the front and the back. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. So there's that. Okay, so I mentioned in my 3 in 30, the L edition the other day, that I wanted to do a Jane Austen theme journal. Sorry, I just had to pick up this elastic band. My cat likes to eat rubber bands. He's kind of a weirdo that way. So M is our next letter, and M is for magazines. So I pulled out some magazine pages that have images related to Jane Austen. So I have no idea what I'm going to make. I was thinking, you know, a pocket, a journal card, maybe a tag, who knows, I don't know what I'm going to make yet. So I'm just going to start with setting my timer, I guess. So, all right, here we go. So the first image I wanted to use from these pages, there was actually a stamp. So I thought, well, this will be a fun paper clip. And you've seen me make paper clips before. So this is a picture of an image of Jane Austen. This was a stamp. I'm not sure when this stamp came from. Trying to decide about this edge. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it square, and then I'm going to put it on some netting, and the netting can sort of represent the tattered edge, maybe. Or I could put it on lace. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. I've got some Tim Holtz paper here. Yeah, what the heck, eh? Let me just have one more look, because I'm not sure that's my fave. Too bad these are such little pieces. If it would go the other direction, that would be better. But it is what it is. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Yeah, all right. So I'm going to ink up that image just a smidgeroony. Again, my technical terms. I think the Jane Austen journal I'm going to do is going to be mostly for journaling. Lots of blank spaces. Just reaching for some lace here. Oh, what have I got over here? Okay, you saw where I put that, right? There it is. I'm just going to cut off this edge. So I hope everybody's been having a good week. No big plans for us. Might go home and visit family. Probably have a couple of errands to run while I'm there. Okay, put a little bit of, well, let's do this first. Giving this a narrower edge, and then I think I'll use Fabri-Tac. Alright, I like that. And I want to trim that down a smidge. Oh. A little crooked here. Other than that, I have got nothing. I have no news. I am useless. I guess there's worse things. Kind of nice where life is not that exciting. We went out for dinner last night to this place in Waterloo. It's called Taco Farm. And on Wednesday they have the specials called Waddle Out Wednesday. So we waddled out. It was great. It was really great. Okay, now I need, this will probably do. So I need to glue that down. And the reason we went out, I'll tell you. So my birthday and my husband's birthday are a week apart. I'm the 22nd, he's the 29th. And we always joked about how awful it is to have a birthday in January because inevitably your birthday gets forgotten. And then, you know, your brothers whose birthdays are in the summer, they get really cool presents. So we call January birthdays corduroy birthdays because that's what you get for your birthday is a pair of corduroys. So we enthusiastically celebrate our birthdays to make up for our childhood traumas. I want to try something a little different. I don't know if this is going to work. So instead of having the paper clip showing, I'm going to encase the paper clip in paper. And that way it won't shred my pages when I'm taking it in and out. So I'm just putting a couple of clippies here. And we'll set that aside to dry for a minute. I will trim that off and put paper on the back. And probably something else. Okay. I think I've shown you this before. When I have scraps, I trim them down to 2.5 by 6, and I keep a stack of them in my drawer. I have a drawer, I call it my blanks drawer, so I have tags that I've made out of book page. I have these tags that I made by just doing a great big sheet of collage and then cutting them up, and so these are all made, but they're not done. I thought maybe I might use those, but I've changed my mind. So, I'll just put my elastic back on there. So we're gonna make a tag. Now, I've got a couple pieces chosen, but I think I'm gonna start with this one. And I want to just kind of stiffen it up a bit. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I might need... You know, how do you know when thick enough is thick enough? I don't think it's going to be thick enough. So last night, so anyway, I was talking about how we enthusiastically celebrate our birthdays. So we start the week before mine and go all the way until the week after his. And anytime we just get a thought in our heads, oh, we should go do something, we'll just say, yeah, because it's our birthday. So that's the way we do it. I'm not kidding. If any of you have a January birthday, you know what I mean. I remember one time, I was nursing at the time, and was working the afternoon shift on my birthday. No, it was actually the day after my birthday. And my oldest was just a baby, so I think I was 23. So I called home on a break to check on the babe, and the babysitter said, oh, your sister called. And I said, oh, okay. She said it was nothing, so don't worry. And I said, okay. So I called my sister back. She said, oh, you didn't have to call me, I just wanted to talk. And I said, oh, didn't you want to wish me a happy birthday? And she said, is it your birthday? I said, yes. I said, and nobody, not a single member of my family called to say happy birthday. So that night, the shift ended at 11, but usually things were, meds were done, everybody was in bed, tucked in, and everything by 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, in comes my two sisters, all of their kids. The kids were probably like in their early teens. And they came in wearing their pajamas, had their hair up in rollers, and brought me a cake and balloons. And the cake said, Happy Bar Mitzvah, Irving. And they had these ridiculous presents for me. And everything was wrapped up in Christmas paper, because of course Christmas was just a month ago. So a half-eaten box of chocolates. Things they found around a half-empty box of panty liners. I don't know what they had, but just a bunch of funny stuff. And so, my middle name is Rose, so they always called me Secondhand Rose. So this was my secondhand birthday. And so we had a good laugh off of that. And the next day, my mom called and she said, "Do you want to go out for breakfast for your birthday?" And I said, "Oh yeah, sure. I'll go for breakfast." So I get to the restaurant, meet her there, and she hands me this card. And I open up the card, and to continue on a theme, the card said, "Happy birthday, Nana." So it was a recycled birthday card from my grandmother's birthday, which is the 2nd of January, and lottery tickets that were already scratched off. So that was my secondhand birthday, and it's such a great story to tell. Oh, my family, they're so creative and a little crazy, but that's okay. We love them. All right, what are we going to use for a picture? Why don't we use this picture of Jane Austen right up here? Trying to decide how much of a border I want. And of course I've been rambling, so I'm not paying attention to what I've done, or indeed what time it is. Yeah. So my husband, my youngest son, and I, when we went to the taco farm last night for the beginning of birthday celebrations, we all arrived separately because we were all coming from work. And as we were driving home, I drove past this guy. And now I hope I can tell this story right, because I'm not really good at stories. I drove past this guy, and he had on, like, he looked like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but younger. So I called my son, and he answered his Bluetooth in the car, of course. And I said, "Did you drive past Obi-Wan Kenobi?" And he said, "No, I missed that." And I said, "Oh my God, he looked like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Is wearing the robe and everything, except his lightsaber wasn't strapped to his hip. It was a flashlight sort of swinging from his belt, from the strap, and And he said, oh, okay. And I said, well, he looked harmless. I'm not worried about it. And he says, well, Jedis aren't dangerous. So I don't know if he was going to some kind of a Star Wars thing or something. But if I didn't have the authentic lightsaber, I would have just left it. Should I do it on an angle like that to match up with the picture frame? No, I shouldn't. Okay, I agree. Thanks. So who knows what this weekend. As I said, there's no big plans, but anything is possible. I have glue all over this. Yeah. All right. Now, I could use one of these leftover, well, they're not really leftovers, but I have some extra, these lace tabs that I made. These ones I made this morning. I think I'll just round the top just a bit and then put that on. I'm happier with that. I'm not going to use the Fabri-Tac on the back just in case it goes through the fabric. I'm just putting a little bit of glue on to hold it, and then I'll stitch. Oh, poo, I turned off my... So I'm not in camera tonight. That didn't give me a whole heck of a lot of working room. Right. I feel kind of lost without... you'll do. Just going to put a little bit of ink. So January is just our sort of our excuse to be a little mad, a little crazy, say yes to everything. All right, so here's that tick. Let's go back to this little thing. I'm going to put this ribbon up here. Before I glue the back on. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm just going to trim this ribbon, shorten it up a bit. And find another little perfect. You've seen me do this trick before where I put a little cheesecloth over top of the paper clip so that it doesn't, it smooths out the big bump that would be caused by the paper clip. My clippies back on. And so that's gonna dry for a bit. And next I want to do a journal card. So I have another piece of Tim Holtz paper, and I have a library card. Let's see what we can do for an image. I don't like any of them. Or that. So I'm just gonna fussy cut around these books. The weather has been really good too. We have the ground is practically bare. They keep threatening us with a snowstorm. I don't know. I don't know about that. They can threaten all they like. I brought some music paper. I thought maybe I would put a piece on there. Get this good and dirty. Forgot how I had this now. I trust this is the way I had it. And there's 30 minutes. So I didn't make it. What else is new? What else is new? Oh gosh. Well, it'll just take me another second or two to finish this up. Now I think I want to put like a little piece of lace on there. I had a, oh, here's that thing I wanted. Maybe this isn't what I want. Okay, there's a lesson for you folks. Don't put your lace on the ink pad. That's not what I want at all. So that can go. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. have to hold that for a minute. I'm going to use a little bit of that and a little bit of this. What did I get on there? I got a smudge on there. Well, that's no good. I'll just use a piece of this. Try her again. Sorry, didn't mean to shake up that camera. Okay. Okay. So the finishing step is I'll trim this off, and then I have a journal card that I can pop into a pocket. I've got a tag, and oh, I gotta trim this one too. And I have a paper clip that will go onto a page like that. So that is my 3 in, I don't know, 37 minutes. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and I hope we get to spend some more time together this weekend. Take care. We'll see you again soon.